It's the end of the year, and you know what that means? It's time for yearly recap. Hello everyone, this is Katie Loves Katie, and in this video I will be showing you my step-by-step way for me to reflect on my year and plan for the next one. I have been following my template of doing my yearly recap and have been sharing it to my students and my friends, and they loved it. It's a really great way for you to sit down, pause, look back on your year, what you have done, what are the lessons that you have learned, and how you can move forward from there and to truly be intentional. So let's sit down with your pen and paper and let's dive into your yearly recap. Step number 1, listing out the things that make you happy and proud and the things that make you not very happy or unsatisfied. So I would just start with a very simple list, dividing it into 2 columns, trying to go through my phone's pictures, calendar on what I have done over the years and trying to note out the highlights. So one thing that stood out to me the most over the years that I have been doing this is the column that I am happy and what makes me proud will always be double or even triple compared to my sad or unsatisfied. Looking at that list made me realize how many wonderful things that are happening to me and how my focus is normally on the good things, and I will always try to be better. But if your sad or unsatisfied list is longer than the happy ones, it's also okay. It's just for you to look back on everything that had happened. It could be a sign that maybe we are not focusing too much on what good that had happened to us, or it maybe it's not a very good year for you. It's okay, because it's the lessons that we need to learn that matters. So when looking back, there will be lots of things that you didn't even remember that happened. For example, the things that you have done well, the relationship that you rekindled, or the habits or the activity that you kept up with should also deserve recognition. So remember to put it in there. And also, there are things that I didn't really pay attention to. For example, last year, because of my wedding, I didn't pay attention to my business, so it actually dropped tremendously, 36%. So that's a lot, but I kind of like understand it's for me to just get an overview of what had happened over the years and what will be next. So after you have listed out everything that had happened this year, this is optional if last year you have made your New Year's resolution or you do actually have your yearly recap. So I normally would sit down and review my goals and keywords for the year to see how I have been doing and if I were able to focus on the goals and the keywords that I have set out. So 3 of my keywords from last year were gracious yet assertive, steady growth, and step out of my comfort zone. I think I did pretty well with the first 2. I was definitely trying my best to voice my opinions without being too passive aggressive. I think I still do, and I'm still learning. So before, I was really struggling with voicing my opinions. It's gonna be either very like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, but can you do this for me? So like, I'm always apologetic for everything when I don't even need to, or it's gonna be a more aggressive way or passive aggressive, like, what are you doing, like I don't like that, or I would just like show my attitude. So this year it was, my wedding. I had to work with a lot of vendors and suppliers, so I was constantly talking to people about my needs and wants. And I think I have dealt it pretty well. Of course, there will be things that I still need to do, but I am happy that I am more conscious of how I am sharing my ideas and emotions and opinions to others, especially when there are, conflicts or things that triggers me. The second one is steady growth. It isn't as exactly as how I thought of it. However, I did see a growth in how I tried my best to keep up with my habits. So I was trying to meditate and going to yoga, taking dancing lessons. So I was pretty consistent with everything that I've been doing. I didn't share this with you guys that much before on this channel, but recently I have found out that I have ADHD. It's still self-diagnosed, but I'm pretty positive that I have it because of the symptoms, and I've started taking therapy. So I think it is a steady growth for me. It's not like a massive growth that everyone can see, but I can definitely see it in myself. So I am very proud of that. And the third thing is stepping out of my comfort zone. I think I didn't have a lot of time and energy because of the wedding planning. So I didn't actually do anything that were out of my comfort zone. It was very important to me at the beginning of the year, but somehow at the end of the year, looking back, I don't understand. I don't truly remember why it was important. So it was okay for me to, set it aside. Step number 3, I love this step the most. After reviewing everything, it's just gonna be sit down and ask yourself, how do you feel? Looking back, and what lessons have you learned? The wisdom comes from here. For me, it will be just connecting all the dots together after writing it out. Looking back, even though my career wasn't in a very good place, but I have realized how much the value of friendship, how much of an impact it has on me, and also all of the relationships around me, how important they are to me. The past year, I have learned a lot about myself, trying to understand more of why I struggle so much with developing, simple habits. So I dive deep into ADHD and trying to see how my attachment styles has affected me, and also where does my perfectionism came from, and everything. And it's very mind-blowing to me, and it's very cool for me to see how everything that had happened in my life had shaped me the way I am today. And I really look forward to what I am going to do with those things, and how I am going to strive to be better, and at the same time learn to have compassion for myself and to accept myself. And looking back, I thought I didn't really step out of my comfort zone, which I don't think I did that much, but I did try out many methods of other people, even though I don't truly feel like it's kind of mine, but I would always doubt myself and question myself. And when I tried out their methods, I don't really feel in tune and connected. After everything, I have learned that I just need to trust myself more and just try to be authentic with myself and just tune in with my wisdom, rather than just trying to find what's wrong with me and copy what others people are doing and what's working for them. Yeah, and after writing everything down, the next question would be, what will be the keyword for 2025? What do you think is the most important keyword that you want to focus on? So for the yearly recap, normally I don't write out like fully what are the goals of 2025 yet, but it's gonna be of the keywords. So what do you want your next year going to be like? What is 2025 gonna be like? So I think after everything, I again realized the importance of connecting to myself, how just tuning in with my own thoughts and wisdom is going to shine the light on my path. So that's why my 2025 keywords are going to be stay connected, be intentional, and keep it simple. So this is for my perfectionism. It has stopped me from doing YouTube for so long, and hopefully I will try to be back and make videos, the videos that I truly enjoy talking about, of sharing my journey on how I connect with myself, how I improve myself, how I improve the relationships with my friends, husband, my family, and everything around me, and just everything that I want to share, and just sharing my journey and me as a person. So if you're at this part of the video, I am truly grateful for you, and please comment shine so that I know that you have watched up until now. And the last step will be baby steps. What are your next baby steps? Because normally when you set out goals or keywords and you don't have the next steps, it will make you feel good at the present, but then after a while you will forget that you have what you have written. What are your goals? What are your keywords? I write out small and actionable step to get started, because I have learned this the hard way. It's very easy for us to dream big, but change actually starts with the tiny and consistent actions. So because my keywords for next year are to stay connected and be intentional, that's why my next steps are very simple. So after waking up, rather than grabbing your phone right away, I would want to pull up the curtain, let the sun in, and make my bed, sweep the floor, do some cleaning for only 10 minutes so that I don't get stuck in my phone right away. So that's me practicing being intentional, and I would just want to keep it simple like that because I have ADHD. But if it's better, then I would also have a self time where I can either do morning journal, writing out my thoughts to stay connected, or if I don't feel like writing, I would just talk to myself in the mirror, or I can do a bit of meditating or anything that I feel like doing to connect with myself. Then that's good, and it only needed to be 10 minutes. Normally it will take me about an hour, but if I don't feel like doing it for an hour, 10 minutes is good enough. Yeah, so that is it. I think that wraps up everything that I do to sit down and recap my year. It's a time for you to pause, look back, see what you have learned, take the time to give yourself the recognition that you need, find the lessons that you want to bring forward with you, and then set the intention for next year. So whenever you feel lost or anything, you can always look back and move forward in the path that you want to go. Remember, the key is to start now. Whenever you are watching this video, whenever you want a change, you don't need to wait for the new year or next month or next week. You can always start now. And I'm saying this to you as a reminder to myself, because normally that's what I would do, to just keep on waiting and wanting it to be perfect. But the point is, whenever you feel like, oh, you want to change, then start today. So that is it. I truly hope that this video bring immense value to you, and if you have tried it out, then make sure to let me know what are your keywords for 2025, and also what do you think of these steps. Do you want to add or change anything? I would also love to know how you do your yearly recap, and I hope that we all be our magical self and shine in our true colors. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.